As cosmopolitanism, a cosmopolitan is recognized as a citizen of the world, who recognizes the world as the universal community, believes in the universal values, and shows his or her universal concern. I feel Mr. Lionel Fran is a person who exemplifies the characteristics of being cosmopolitan. He grew up as the child of an Asian mother and a European father, in a family with cross-cultural elements. His parents encourages him to embrace diversity and motivates him to explore the world beyond his own. Mr. Fran recently returned to the United States after living in China for a couple of years. While in China, he taught English within their schools and learned Chinese language and culture from his Chinese teachers and students. I found him a very good subject because I think he had lots of opportunities and experiences of living in many wonderful places, and he's willing to open his mind and keep curious about new things. And he tried to seek every opportunity to immerse himself in the local traditions.
Mr. Afram, you had lots of experiences in different cultural contexts. I believe you must have been aware of what being cosmopolitan is. So the first question is, what is your view of being cosmopolitan?
My view of being cosmopolitan is having and I guess wanting to learn about many different cultures and how different types of people see and perceive the world, and having a whole understanding of many different cultures and types of people.
Wow.
I've been fortunate enough to have the ability to travel quite a bit. So I've been to many different countries, ranging from Mexico to South Africa, Mozambique, China, Thailand, Germany, Amsterdam, and a few others. So, it's definitely, I've had the fortune of being able to travel more than most people. However, I think it's more so the way that I was raised that it has made me someone who is, I guess, in some ways cosmopolitan. I was raised to be very open-minded and to learn about other people and understand them and care about them. Wow. So that has taught me to appreciate how other people think and to understand the differences between different types of people and different cultures across the world. But being able to travel to those places just has given me a greater opportunity to understand them from personal experience.
Being cosmopolitan requires us to understand and respect our fellow world neighbors, to recognize the universal values and rights, to encourage ourselves to have obligations to other human beings. During Mr. Fram's travels, the differences, the disagreements, and the varying conceptions of local traditions still happens. But he believes that people should learn from these differences or disagreements through talking, communicating, and immersing themselves in the different kind of local traditions, and try to respect the neighbor's loyalty to the local inheritance.
By being able to travel a lot, I get to see how other people try to do similar things. Every country has to educate their people. Every country has to eat. Every country has to do certain things, but they do it in certain different ways. And being able to travel lets you see how they do all these different things that we do as well, but in a different way. And that allows you to borrow from other people as well. Yeah. So, I like to cook using, Japanese cuisine is my favorite type of cooking. So that's something that I've been able to see other people do, and then I can do it myself. Wow. And then there's many other, ways that you can take your experiences in other cultures and then use them in your own culture. And, education, being in China, I'm able to learn about the way that people educate their citizenry in China, and then you can possibly adapt certain things that you learn from China and from other cultures.
Wow.
Mr. Afram believes in the Terence's famous quotation, "I am a human being. Nothing human can be alien to me."
Anyone who is a cosmopolitan, it's always difficult to understand the world from a viewpoint that is not your own. And so that's always a struggle for anyone, is to truly immerse yourself in the lifestyle of people who are completely different than you. And, one thing that I've learned from all my traveling and everything is that I find most people to be basically the same. You have different cultures, and people, might have different types of food, and they might have different rituals that they practice in different religions, but deep down people are mostly the same. And so that's one important lesson that I've learned is no matter what superficial differences we have, deep down we're all human and we all act relatively similarly.
According to Appiah and Hansen, a genuinely cosmopolitan response begins with caring to try to understand why, and it is about intelligence and curiosity, as well as engagement. Mr. Fram considers himself as a person who will never stop his journey of exploring and learning. For him, a citizen of the world seeks more opportunities to have access to the world, to learn to think with vision, to practice with curiosity, to participate with compassion, and to act with passion.